$5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 have been gotten from viewers on state stimulus. But before I get to state stimulus, I have a breaking development. Real big news. EIDL loan increases are now being processed today. Viewers are now reporting to me that their EIDL loan increases that had sat in limbo for weeks, if not months, are finally getting approved in the next few days. One viewer got approved today. Others are being told by SBA things are changing. A lot of changes are going to happen at SBA over the next few days. I had no place to make that announcement, so I put it here. So let's get back to state stimulus. Big money can be gotten from your states across the board, whether it's stimulus checks, rent, utilities, or food, but the big one is rent. And I want you to get this free rent because guess what? The first week of January and second week of January are not going to be good. Your UI and PUA and FPUC benefits will likely get delayed if you are currently active being switched back to active. And as a result, state stimulus, purple, is one of the most important things you need to follow me on this channel with for those first 2 weeks of January. Get this money and get ready to find out how on purple. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Afternoons LALATE, and this is Purple. If you don't understand the implications of getting state stimulus, this is free rent, free utilities, and free food, you will see it in this video because I'm explaining to you why that first week and second week of January are not going to be pretty, and you're going to need this money. So please subscribe because I'm preparing you financially for what's happening. I'm telling you about all different types of stimulus. There's first stimulus from the first stimulus package. There is second stimulus, which the President of the United States signed on Sunday. There is a third stimulus, which Joe Biden is working on for January. I call that third stimulus check and third stimulus package. That's right after this video. And then finally, there's state stimulus now. And then there's also Cash Act stimulus, which fixes first and second. A lot to digest? Yeah, it's a lot. Oh my goodness. But in this video, I'm going to go over state stimulus. So make sure you subscribe. Also, like this video. In this video, I'm going to go over really the shocking developments about what's going on in that first and second week of January and why you need state stimulus. It's really, really important. So I'm preparing you financially ahead of time because there's going to be a tight line around that first and second week of January. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news before I really get to state stimulus is that a development out of SBA. Minutes ago, I heard from two different viewers of this channel that SBA is making major changes across the board in the next few days. This is probably for the cash infusion that was approved under the second stimulus package. I told you that when money comes to SBA, things change very quickly. And among the first things that could come out is actually the farmer and ranchers are getting an additional stimulus check. I believe it's going to probably be by an EIDL grant application. But the big news is that EIDL loan increases, which you may have been trying to do for months, and I know it's months, it's not just been a few days, are getting approved today, tomorrow, and the next few days. One viewer got approved today. Others were told by SBA that the loan increases are coming. So get ready for that. That could mean a lot more other stuff for EIDL grants coming on next. But let's get to state stimulus. This is money for rent, food, and utilities across the board. And I'm going to tell you why you need to get rent stimulus. First, I want to go over what it is and how you get it. Rent stimulus is gotten from your city, your county, your state, those are all government agencies, and then from nonprofits. There is absolutely an agency somewhere that will pay your rent, I'm nearly likely to report, across the United States. If your city is not paying the rent, then you look at your county. If your county is not paying the rent, then you look at your state. If your state's not paying the rent, then you look to the nonprofits. You're going to find someone. And the viewers have gone through those 4 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and never stopped with a no, went to the next one, got it. I have viewers in Kentucky who never got anything until they went to this nonprofit. I got viewers who never got anything in Ohio until they went to this nonprofit. I have viewers in Louisiana who never got anything until they went to that nonprofit. And ultimately, there is money for rent. How much money do you get for rent? It's usually about 6 months. It's at least 3 months, and sometimes it's 12 months. There's no I've seen people get paid rent for $850 a month. I've seen people get $15,000, $20,000. I've seen big sums of money. It's generally about $5,000 to $8,000, and it is paid relatively quickly. There is nothing unique about it, so don't take yourself out of consideration by saying, I'm not behind on my rent, I don't qualify, or I'm not this, I don't qualify. Everything is different. Everything is categorically different across the board, so go get it. The words you're going to look for are rent assistance. Rent assistance. You don't use the word stimulus. You don't use the word grant. You don't add words to it. Very simple. Rent assistance because of COVID. Also, utility assistance. Utilities are being paid everywhere. I mean, they're being paid by nonprofits. They're being paid by utility companies. They're being paid literally everywhere. There is no difficulty in finding utility assistance being paid. This is your water, your electric, your gas, your heating oil, all those things. It's not just for 1 month. It's sometimes for several months. And the great news is it's paid by multiple agencies in the same place. So you'll see 3 or 4 or 5 different agencies. The agencies that are, the nonprofits that are paying rent across the country for viewers in many, many different locations are United Way, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, and Community Action. I'll go over those again in a second. What I want you to know is that the information I'm giving you on Purple, which is this video, and Purple Power Live, which is a sister show every night at 7 o'clock, it's based upon viewers reporting. It's not based upon me looking it up on Google or researching it. It's based upon me telling viewers, this is where you can go find it, and then coming back and saying, hey, I got paid in Kentucky by this company. I got paid in Ohio by, I got paid in New Jersey by, and then I report it to you. And then other viewers come back and say, I got paid from them as well. Thank you. So Community Action, Salvation Army, Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, and let's do that again. Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul, Community Action, Salvation Army, and United Way. There we go. They are paying rent and utilities across the board. Really exciting. Now, in a second, at the 10-minute mark, I'm going to get to each of the states where viewers have gotten rent, and I'll go over the examples. But I got to tell you, you got to tune into Purple Power Live every night, because I have some of the nights I forget to bring a pen on set, and I forget to write down. But viewers are now absolutely sharing incredible success stories, and they're getting rent from states, from unusual organizations that I never knew about, and from state agencies which I never report. I always say state housing authority, county housing authority. Sometimes it's a different state agency than the housing authority. And so that's what's really incredible good news. Now, I want to give you something that's not good news. This is what's happening the first week of January and second week of January. And that's why I want you to get a state stimulus. I've been reporting for a while, and I can continue to report, that if you are currently on an inactive status for your unemployment benefits because they lapse, because you ran out of weeks, then you're going to be put back to active status because of the passage of the second stimulus package on Sunday, the president signing it. But there's going to be a delay. There's going to be a delay to actually get the check. And I believe that delay is going to impact the first and second weeks of January and this current week of December. 3 weeks are going to get delayed at least. How big is the delay? I want you to be prepared financially for the delay. I think it's at best going to be a few weeks and at worst a month. I've been doing enough videos to see how slow unemployment departments are across this country. I started unemployment videos on April 25th, and I've recorded an unemployment video every day. On Overnight LALATE is the throwback videos to those earlier videos, because they're very helpful on how to apply for PUA, how to apply for UI. That's on Overnight LALATE at 2 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I just know these state unemployment departments are slow with their computers. If that's the case, if I'm correct, and I'm not the only one reporting this is all across broadcast news, then you're going to be financially tight on bills that first and second week of January and the third week of January, because things won't be coming on time that you may be dependent upon. And you will get a stimulus check, the $600 one that the president signed on Sunday, but that may not be enough for your bills. That's why I want you to get state stimulus. That's why I want you to get free rent. That's why I want you to get free utilities and free food. Now, you and I fully understand, because I've said it enough, your focus is the rent. The rent is the big kahuna. 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, $20,000, $15,000, big money. Do not sit back and think about a state stimulus check of $300. You need to pay bills, people. You need to pay bills, and you need that $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 for rent, that $600, $800, $900, $2,000 for utilities. Don't sit back and say, are they going to pass the state stimulus checks? I get $300. When is it coming? I really want that $300. Do you want $10,000? You want $300? Well, how about that state stimulus check? When's it coming? Please grab the money that's there. But the reason why I say that is because a lot of the state stimulus checks have been issued. You may have already received it. They may not eventually do some of them. And the rent is just 10 times more money. Why would you not get the rent first? All right, let me go over some of the states, as promised actually earlier in this video, that goes over the states that are paying rent to viewers of this channel. These are generally all now repeats. Viewers have said, yeah, I got it as well. In Texas, St. Mary Magdalene. In Kentucky, Community Ministries. In New Jersey, United Way. Ohio, Community Action. There we go. Massachusetts, Interfaith Social Services. Phoenix, TCDC. That's a mouthful. TCDC. In Alabama, calling 211. Delaware, calling up to 10,000. Texas, getting rent across the board from Catholic Charities. Really excited. Catholic Charities is just great stuff all over the place. They did a lot in California as well. Now, more states in a second. What I want to remind you is that some cities and counties and some states do have rent stimulus programs live now. The rent stimulus programs live are the state of New York, most of the counties of Florida, the city of Alabama, most of the counties of Georgia, also city of Harrisburg, PA, city of Nashville, Tennessee. So you have a lot of cities and states and counties doing rent stimulus across the board. But the great news is that under the second stimulus package, they passed an enormous amount of money to go to rent stimulus, and that money is being sent to cities and states to be replenished. So you're going to see your city and states announce, hi, we have more rent, come and get it. So this is really exciting, good news. Mississippi, rent is getting paid by Mercy House, Home Savers, Salvation Army, also MSHDA. Philadelphia, rent is getting paid as well. IndianaHousingNow.org for Indiana, also 211. In Las Vegas, viewers got rent paid by Clark County Services. In Kentucky, from Community Action. In Pennsylvania, from United Way. In New York, from One Shot. In Michigan, from Salvation Army. In Arizona, from New Leaf. Delaware, they got paid rent from 211. Texas, from calling 211. El Paso, from Project Bravo. Crossroads, from reaching out in Rhode Island, from reaching out to Crossroads. Also in Rhode Island, the State Housing Authority. Nebraska, United Way. Georgia, United Way. Mortgage Assistance, 877 Get Hope. Heat for heating oil. Also mortgage, did I say that? Mortgage Assistance, 877 Get Hope. And El Paso for Project Bravo. State stimulus checks have been issued to some people. For Maine, $600, Colorado, $375, New Mexico, $1,200, Oregon, $500, North Carolina, $335, Houston, $1,200, Austin, $2,000, Orange, $1,000, Jacksonville, $1,000, Orange, again, another $1,200. Alaska, Nome, Alaska is paying rent now. Also pending Escambia County, Fort Worth, Texas, Gadsden County, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, Virginia, Delaware. Now, the thing that you hear when you hear those states with the state stimulus, again, is been paid before, and you may have already received it, and it may now be closed. Ultimately, I don't want you to sit back and wait for a state stimulus check from the state, a check from the state. I want you to go get that rent stimulus, and if it involves the nonprofits, then go get it. If you've looked, you can't find it, you don't know where it is, then reach out to the volunteers. That at news.lalate.com/community. It's in the pinned comment to this video, news.lalate.com/community. They're separated from Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. They can answer your questions. They're absolutely incredible. They do about 50, 60 cases a day. I don't want you to give up or not focus on rent stimulus, state stimulus now that you heard the second stimulus package pass on Sunday. It's one of the major concerns that I have. I saw it in one of the chats. Oh, it's Purple Power. It was Purple Live last night, where I gave an update about what was happening in the Senate, about the stimulus and the Cash Act, and suddenly all the questions stopped about state stimulus, and all the questions were about what Mitch is doing, what Chuck is doing. Did you get that rent money? Go get that rent money. You're going to get a stimulus check wherever it's coming, whether it's Cash Act or second stimulus. It's going to come. But I want you to get this red money. It requires you to make a call, send an email. And with that, join me next on another video. That's third stimulus check and third stimulus package. I'm so excited you're here. Please subscribe. Also like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling, and stay LALATE for more.